Now the fun part begins. We get to start testing out the power. Hello peoples, I'm DigDug and it's time to play Lumber Tycoon, and we are back at the big base today. The bottom floor, as you know, is pretty much done. This big sign is done, but we need one on the other side. We got lots of walls to build on the second story here, and guess what? This slot has the power. I can build anything with 1 unit of wood. So this should actually not be that big a job anymore. So I thought what I would do today is just a little bit of a speed build. I'm going to lay out all of the blueprints for the walls, and then I might even see how many of them I can fill, because it shouldn't take that long now that I don't need that much wood. So let's see. Here, I'm going to hide my face and we'll just speed build the blueprints. Ready? Let's do it. Be back. Okay, so we're at the end here, and I want to pause for a second because oops, that's the wrong one. B. The sizing of this needs to be we need to have this much space between the fence line and the actual wall. So it looks like we might have a little bit of extra room up here at front, and I think that's okay. I'm not going to get too crazy about it, otherwise it's going to make the build a lot harder. So we'll just have some more room when you get off the stairs. I think that makes sense anyway. So I'm going to start coming across at this point right there. All right, perfect. Now let's go over here and check out the back, because I want to keep the fireworks in place but hide them behind a false wall. So that should still work. We've got enough room for a wall there. I think we'll be okay. So I think we should work. That should work. Let's see. It's not. They're not lining up very easy. And then, is it one more? No, it's not. Is that right? Yeah. It is, which means we got to figure out what do we need here. 2 of these maybe. I hope this lines up okay on the other end. Only one way to find out. Let's check it out. Okay, so I put some blueprints here. This is where the door is going to be, so I'm going to move those in a minute. But I actually kind of started to think that I want most of this front entryway to this to be glass. So I may rethink this. I'm going to put on top of this area a section of glass too, just to get some light in here. But I think I'm going to move most of these to the top layer because I think I want a lot of glass on this front entrance. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, we got all the blueprints in for everything that isn't maybe gonna be glass. And that's a lot of blueprints. Holy cow, that was a little bit more than I thought, but I'm glad they're in place, and it shouldn't take that long to fill them, at least comparatively, now that we have the power. I'm gonna do that in a minute. I'll be back and we'll get started with that. Okay, peoples, I chopped up, not a lot, like 3 or 4 pieces of wood and got a bunch of little 1 cube units, and now the fun part begins. We get to start testing out the power, and we're going to fill in as many of these blueprints as we can. Now, I made a mistake over here. I actually accidentally drug like a big piece in there, but whatevs, you know, those things happen. They happened before the power, and they will happen after. So, let's just see. 1 unit. Now, probably not the most efficient thing. Are you kidding me? 97. Come on. That's right. We have a few here that are probably too short. Probably not the most efficient thing for me to do to put them all in the middle like this, but I wanted to just chop, chop, chop nonstop, so I made a little platform. That's so great! Made a little platform so I could see the squares and just kept chopping. Didn't take long. Like I said, it was only 4. Boom! Gosh, that's so awesome! I can't believe 1 little unit is working. It's just so great when you're building up high, because now you don't have to balance stuff. You just carry 1 little unit, jump up there, slot it in. Oh my gosh. This is a game changer. 99. You're killing me. That stuff. At least, you know, even when I'm wasting wood, I'm not wasting much. Oh, I love it. Boom. Yeah, that's a lot faster. Okay, here we go. I am going to speed build it. I'll see you in a minute. That worked really well. I'm surprised we got that far with just a few pieces of wood. This is really seriously cool. I did notice, however, that enough of the time I ended up with 98 or 99 that it was kind of annoying. So I'm going to try to do something here. I'm going to move my measuring stick around. I'm going to make it slightly bigger than 1. Because I'm already saving so much with the power, I think I can afford to do that. I think I can afford to do that without freaking out too much. we'll just do that. Okay, I reworked my measuring stick and now it's got little white spots here, and that's where I'll aim the axe, and that should make sure I have at least 1 unit per. So hopefully the next time we do a speed run of building, we will have much fewer. I mean, on the order of 0, 98%, 83% nonsense. Now, may not be perfect because I'm not realigning every single time. You can see the wood jumps a little bit, but I'm hoping that that white line will give me enough leeway that I can just cut quickly and be good. See, now this guy at the very end, that's definitely 1 unit. What about this guy at the very, very end? Okay, let's see what this guy is. Move over. I think we'll be good. I think we can just sit here and chop all day long on the white lines and build up a pretty much perfect set of cubes. Awesome. I'm gonna do that for a minute because I want to test it out, and we'll finish off the walls, and I'll be right back. Alright, last little cut here on the new measuring stick, and we've got a nice little pile of wood here. So I do have one little bit that might be too small because one of the pieces of wood jumped around a lot. So let's see how this guy works. Yeah, I figured he'd be too small. Okay, so if we run into any that are too small, this will be the guy we chop up. Oh, we've already got... Alright, we got 2 to chop up. Alright. Hopefully we'll have a lot less of that happening now because of the little leeway we gave ourselves. So let's check it out. Here we go. Well, you know what? That was actually pretty easy. And look at all we got done. Holy cow. In fact, the only thing really left is one more layer of like the half wall sideways around the top. And then I need to get another, like a false wall to hide the fireworks. And I'm really wondering, should I just go ahead and do that now? Because it's going pretty quick. Not sure. And of course the answer is yes, 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 I do finish it off. So look at this. This thing is looking really good. And I've tidied up the fireworks nice and tidy against the wall. There's a little room to walk back there in case I want to add fireworks or change it a little bit. And I've started to seal it off. I'll put a door in there eventually, or maybe I'll just try to run a wire through the wall somehow. I'm not exactly sure how I want to trigger the fireworks yet, so I'm going to leave those be for now. And all I really have left are just a few walls to put in place, and we will have the walls of the second story done. And then it's just a matter of some windows, some doors, a roof, and we can start to put the signs on the outside and finally get ready for the awesomeness within the second floor. I can't wait to get started on that. I think you're really going to like it. But let's go ahead and chop this guy up and do one last very quick speed build. By the way, I changed my measuring stick to 2 units because, you know, 2 units still, it ain't much. And those little tiny tiles, they were like glitching into the other measuring unit blocks or whatever. So I wasn't actually getting any benefit from that. So now I'm using 2. I don't need to use 2. I could only use 1, but whatevs. Awesome. All right, and now I will put the last few bits in place. Okay, that's looking good. Wow, I love it. I love it. We'll get the YouTube sign next to the Dig Dug, mirror that on the other side. We'll put our big yellow hashtag Peoplez on this side, a big glass entryway up there, and glass around the top. And this will be an epically cool second floor. It's going to be awesome. Ah, that was so much easier with the powers. That was so great. Folks, I hope you enjoyed this episode of Lumber Tycoon. I certainly did. Got a lot done. So glad to be back on the big base. I'm looking forward to getting a couple more layers on this thing. Come back and see us tomorrow. We got another video coming out tomorrow. And if you're new to the channel, that goes for you too. Come back and see us. We want to see you again. Seriously. Like, find a video you like. Leave a comment. Say hello. That'd be great. Subscribe if you haven't. I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.